back again with another trip back in time, as we are uh, rejoining EWR Extreme Warfare Revenge. Just a little update. I am still unsure when TW will be making a return, but I would like to say, that I'm hopeful that TW will be back by before the end of the month. So hopefully, if not this week, then definitely next week, you will see TW make the return back to this YouTube channel. Until then, we got EWR to fill the void. As you can tell, I'm with ECW now. You're not going to, well, to explain what happened with WCW, well, basically, maybe 2 or 3 days after, maybe 2 or 3 days after the last video I put up with EWR, I basically lost everything with WCW, from every single TV contract getting canceled due to ratings to a lot of top talent. So I just decided to, well, end it and start anew. So I now jumped to the competition, that being ECW. And this, my friends, is now in 2000. So let's see what we can do in the year 2000. Let's go Scotty Anton versus Masato Tanaka. I mean, I know this isn't just about booking, but it's just, it's not so much, like, this series isn't so much about the booking aspect of things, but is more just, going back and enjoying the nostalgia of this game, the nostalgia of the first the first booking simulation game in the Great Oak Software brand, or on the Great Oak Software brand. Especially after spending so much time with TW13 and TW14, I figured it was nice to change things up. But either way, it's still the idea that TW still is a major part of this channel, but due to the circumstances, it's basically impossible for me to have TEW, or do anything with TEW, I should say. Yeah. Let's go Rob and Jerry. Continue feud. They just started feuding. Rob and Jerry. Rob is the world champion. Rob is the TV champion, and Jerry is nothing right now. Jerry is just, here. He's not really anything worth a damn, I guess. Like, he's an important part of the company, but is not, he's an important part of the company, but is not a major player I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. um, See, the one reason why I prefer the newer games is because it's more efficient to pump. It's more. I mean, it's more efficient to pump out the games. I mean, the shows rather, because it's less clicking and it's less of the extra stuff. Like it's just basically um. Where is it? There it is. It's just you got a lot of clicking. You know, like you could spend a minute with each segment, and if you do it, you could. What am I trying to say? You could spend 11 minutes on each segment. I mean, 11 total minutes if you spend a minute on each segment. And that's not saying going back or changing things up, because you can't, move. You can't move a segment. Like, if I wanted to put this at the beginning of the show, I couldn't, without getting rid of one of. Like, if I wanted to switch this interview with the Scorpio vignette, I would have to remove it, and then go back into it, and switch it. I'm not going to do that because, well, there's no reason to. But all I'm saying is, in TEW, you can move a lot faster when it comes to, mapping out what you want to do than I feel like you can do in this game. You know what I mean? Oh, jeez. But it's just the idea that, like, even here, yes, fine. Oh, but in TEW, you can't go back and change the match. You have to exit it, re-enter it, and then do it like that. In this, you could do it that way. You're right. And that, that should, actually, I wanted to make an 8-man tag. And you're right. It does, and it should make it where I preferred, the latter, but it isn't, and I don't know. It's just the idea that I don't like certain things. And I feel like it's just easier booking in TEW than it is in this game. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, and one of you could say that you prefer booking in EWR, but, my opinion is my opinion. And we're going to do another interview. This being with the judge and Mike Awesome. And it's just a self-promote. Oh, it was right. Self-promotion. But the main event is going to have the TV champion versus Balls Mahoney. This is why I should. Alright. Let's jump right into it. See, I like this guy, the Dames, if you remember, they give you an outlook of the match, a lot more descriptive than TW, which I do like about this game, but I also like this, where the report gives you an opinion on the match, and, sort of a rating, I guess, but, I mean, a 64, I kind of am okay with that for an opener. Scorpio's build up, the first vignette for Scorpio plays. DeBaldi's face Nova and Chetty. Two stars, not bad. Not bad. I like the fact that they got, match quality. That's like basically with TW 2016 rather, where you can tell, or where the game tells you this guy did this in ring performance, that guy did this in ring performance, where they tell you the in ring performance. This is basically just, I guess the chemistry they have as a tag team. And maybe combined what all of them did. I mean, the crowd reaction sucked, but what are you gonna do? Rob Van Dam apparently lost 2 points of overness from this segment. Okay, that's weird. Why would he lose 2 points of overness from talking? I mean, we're being anything but consistent. We're being tremendously consistent in this, getting 60s all throughout the show. Jerry Lynn, of course, didn't lose any overness. I would have thought Jerry Lynn would have, because Jerry Lynn's not really that much of a talker. Okay, another 60, 68 this time, and he gives it the same opinion as the opening match. I don't get it, because I would have thought a match involving, where half the people are main eventers and former champions? I don't know if at this time, I mean, I know Tommy hasn't won the title yet, but I know Raven has. I don't know if Justin Incredible and Steve Corino have yet. I think Justin might have, but I don't think Raven has. I mean, Corino has. Judge Jeff Jones gains overness from this segment, and once again, a 60. And a 62 for the main event. What a crappy main event. I would have thought that it would have gotten better, but I guess I leaned on RVD a little bit too much. 62. Well, now this is something I didn't look to the last time because of, just because I guess I didn't have them more than likely, and that is emails. Because over the last week, the WCW has fired a tremendous number of people. And now they fired Mr. Biggs, aka Clarence Mason, Gorgeous George, I believe Randy Savage's girlfriend, The Demon, Tori Wilson, Steve Williams, Bam Bam Bigelow, Hugh Morris, Stevie Ray, Brian Adams, Symphony, Mona, how do I put this? Well, this is basically like the same thing as them coming back and telling you improve your ratings or we're going to get you kicked off. The only difference is you don't lose momentum in this game like you would in TEW. But this is how I ended up getting kicked off WCW stations, and because I was owned by Time Warner, I couldn't get on any other media groups. But either way, TNN doesn't like my risk level. Let's tone it down. And let's raise this up by 5%. Okay? Let's see if that works. This is basically, I showed this before the show. It's basically the same, but I just wanted to spend a little bit more time here, because I didn't spend a lot of time here the last time. It's basically, a peek into the dirt sheets. I like this one in particular because it gives you top fives. I think all of them are top fives, but it gives you different top fives on every. Okay, I was wrong. I thought it would give you different top fives on every level, but I was wrong. Oh, so it's just one top five? Who are they talking about? Tito Ortiz? Really? Tito Ortiz is being compared to Bruiser Brody and the Public Enemy. Wow. Robin Dewison is kind of strange. XPW currently trading at a regional level and run by Rob Black, financially healthy. I guess what they're looking at is I guess what they're looking at is this: the idea that he's just spotlighting a particular company. And this is spotlighting a particular talent. I believe they're spotlighting particular talent who could break through. And that they're looking at Blitzkrieg sort of like this is looking at Tito Ortiz. I mean, I'm just really interested. I'm just really interested in this aspect of the game because it gives you sort of a different, I guess like a different idea of what, it gives you a different, how do you put this? It gives you a different layout or a different approach to a wrestling game, because it makes you look at things differently. And it gives you a different, like it makes you feel like you're running a real wrestling company, sort of, because it makes you think you're in charge. You know what I mean? And yes, I did just sign Bam Bam Bigelow back to the ECW after his contract with WCW got terminated. But just to further it, Kaz Hayashi got released. Kevin Sullivan got released. Mike Rotunda got released. Gerald and Patrick got released. AKA the Harris Brothers got released. And I'm going for the Harris Brothers now because I could probably use a tag team. They got released. So WCW went crazy as far as booking. As far as releasing people. I wouldn't be surprised if I quickly put together this show and then the next day it came out that WCW released more people. Why do I think they're releasing more people? Well, I think it has something to do with the fact that it's 2000 and WCW wants to start over, which means that if I kept it here with you guys for an extra amount of time, some extra time, then it would be that you would find that WCW signed more people. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. I don't want to keep it too long, but I am under the impression and in the idea that WCW is going to sign more people. Or at least offer more people. Sally Graziano's here. That means they have to have somebody. I just remembered that the reason why Sally Graziano and Little Guido are the only people here is because of the fact that my good buddy Tony Mamaluke, who I was looking for, is actually employed with the WCW as Tony Marinara. Yes, Tony Mamaluke actually did leave ECW and become Tony Marinara. I am 100% aware how crappy that name is. That name is shit. Tony Marinara? Are you kidding me? That's like the worst name you could ever give someone. Like, what a What a freaking joke. You know, I mean, they didn't, it's like they almost didn't try. Well, I just bumped into a problem because I just realized that I need a minimum of 5 segments to be able to run the show, which means that I'm going to have to add in vignettes or non-matches, which I wasn't planning on doing because I was planning on just running the show without the matches. I mean, without the segments. Okay. I mean, it's not that I didn't want matches. I mean, non-matches on the show. It's just that I wanted to try and run the show without the because it was a small show, so I figured why not try and run the show without segments. You know what I mean? Who could I push? What could I do? You know what? I don't want to do that feud because I want to be able to do it where it's them versus them. The only reason why I say this is because Raven is, in fact, a heel. And Tommy is a babyface because, well, it's Tommy, so of course it's going to be a fucking babyface. But unfortunately, this means that, Raven and Tommy, as tag team champions, are doing the Cesaro and Sheamus, or the Daniel Bryan and Kane, which means that, well, how do I put this? There is no... I don't feel like there's any way you can go with the segment. I mean, with the partnership, rather. I'm sorry. With the partnership. Why is it just Jazz and Francine? Fuck it. Who cares? I mean, odds are I'm gonna fucking, lose the game anyway, so who cares? C.W. Anderson. Yeah, but Tommy gained 3 points of overness. It's weird that they're coming up with 3 points of overness when and this is the only time that it actually came up with 3 points of overness. Usually it just comes up, he gained overness. Oh, it's like ECW on TNN. Fucking 60s. I don't think this is gonna be going anywhere. I just don't see it going anywhere because it's, fucking Sabu and, Spike Dudley and Francine. The only place I could see is Francine turning heel on Spike and going with a heel, but, hey, they signed this guy. Dan DeLay. That guy's from the fucking internet site. I told you they'd fire more people. They're firing Laparca, Lash LaRue, Blitzkrieg, Shannon Moore, The Wall, Brian Clark. So they fired Brian Adams and Brian Clark. I mean, what the fuck? What the hell's wrong with you guys? You're firing Brian Adams and Brian Clark? Why? And half your cruiserweight division? What the hell's the point? Like, you're firing so many freaking people that what the hell's the point of firing all of them because you're not gonna do anything? They fired Brad Armstrong. Buzzkill's Brad Armstrong, by the way. You know what? Just for fun of it, let's see. Wow, that was fast. I already got dropped by TNN. Oh, they must have got WWE. They must have got WWE already. Sorry. I've never, it's been a week. When I started this video, it, when I started this video, that's when I started the season. You know, it's not like I started the season a month, 4 or 5 months ago. I started this season today. You know, I started this season when the video started and they already dropped me. I'm like dumbfounded. You know, I'm like dumbfounded. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm putting back up the risk level and I can't get back the fucking money I wasted on the production, on increasing my production value. So I'm kind of pissed off. I don't get it. You know, it's why kick me off so soon? It's confusing to me because you're gonna sit here and tell me, oh, you know, they're gonna give me a warning, and then they're gonna say, oh no, you know, fuck you, get away. You know, it's like what the hell? Why even give me the warning then? Why even give me the warning then? Fuck you, Cebu. I mean, you're gonna blast us, and when all we have is the ability, you know, all we have now is hardcore TV because, you know, WWE must have swooped in and moved to TNN like they did in real life, because scary part is this is around the time they actually did. But I'm pissed off because of the fact that they gave me a week. They didn't even give me two shows. They didn't even give me a show after the warning came in. They just said, no, fuck you. No, fuck you. We're canceling you. It's like, what the fuck? You give me 4 freaking days. Ultimo Dragon, Ken Shamrock, and this might be a good way to end it because it proves that I was right. It proves that I was right, that even though WCW released half their roster, they're still coming in and now offering new people to come join the company. So, I mean, God, I'm pissed off because they gave me a week. They didn't even give me a week. They gave me 4 days to fix things, and they didn't even give me another show. I decreased the risk level. I increased my production. I wasted $10,000 to increase my production, and they still dropped me. I don't get it. What the fuck? You know, I'm sure as hell not making money this month. I'm sure as hell not doing that. Well, either way, let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this. What you think of this trip back in memory. What you think of this trip down memory lane. And I think I'm gonna go and maybe release some people. But either way, let me know down in the comment section below if you like this trip down memory lane. If you want this to continue, you know, I will even when TW comes back. You know, let me know down in the comment section below. And with that being the case, if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time. Later.